All right, toy collectors, let's get into reviewing X-Men 97's animated Bishop from Marvel Studios or Marvel Legends line. So a little bit of background with this figure and this series. Again, you guys saw my previous video, the one for Wolverine, X-Men 97 animated Wolverine, which happens to have a contest going on in it, and it's still that's still going on. Nobody solved the puzzle, so remember, free desert Commando Snake Eyes sent to you if you solve the riddle. Details are in the official giveaway rules in that video in the description. But talking about X-Men 97, you guys saw that video. If you did, go back and watch it. But I have a pretty strong connection to this series. One of the reasons that I have that strong connection, I mean, again, initially, the reason why I was snooty and didn't like them was because X-Men was my selfish secret as a kid. Nobody was cool enough other than me and my close-knit group of friends to know who the X-Men were. And when X-Men 97 came out, it basically exploded onto the scene, and then everybody knew who the X-Men were. But that ended up being a great thing because I found out that my wife really enjoyed the X-Men 97 animated series. She fell in love with it, and that was a bond we had. I found that later on, but you know, for that alone, I actually thank it for exposing it to the world and making it possible to get so much more X-Men product and X-Men, movies and, X-Men stuff just everywhere, right? For better, for worse. Some of it's great, some of it's not so great. But anyways, yeah, it's in the mainstream now. It's great. So Bishop, for me, came out, to me, it was more towards the modern age. I do remember when he came, I think he was part of the Strife storyline. He was part of the future. He'd come back. That's where they marked mutants with an M. He was part of a dystopian timeline where mutants were persecuted and stuff. So anyways, he was part of that resistance and stuff. He might have even been in the Days of Future Past. I don't know if he was. No, he wasn't in Days of Future Past. That's something else. But anyways, I think he was in the late 80s, early 90s when he popped up on the scene. I dug the character. I do remember he had more dreads when I saw him, and later on he cut his hair to be closer. So I don't know. I liked his powers. I liked the character. I thought it was a cool take on this particular mutant style. So anyways, let's get to the packaging real quick. Let's talk about it, and then we'll talk about the figure real fast. So the packaging comes in that retro packaging we've all started to see now, that we've seen in the Spider-Man retro card line. Thick packaging on the back, and this beautiful, gorgeous bubble that us. So like, again, I said, like, I'm like a 70% in-box collector, 30% out-of-box collector. So I enjoy looking at the figure. I enjoy having some of my figures mint. And this allows that to happen. So I'm really thankful for that. Thank you, Hasbro. Thank you for listening to us and going back to this. On the front there, you have the X-Men 97 logo. Have a cartoon figure there of a cartoon depiction of Bishop as he was there. And then again, you have the entire cartoon lineup of, well, that's not the entire cartoon lineup. Jubilee should have been in there. So is Xavier. You're missing a few, but this is, I guess, the first wave, so that's fine. On the back, another kind of a digital render there of Bishop and a group shot of the gang and that wonderful X logo that used to draw you in. Fantastic. So anyways, moving on. I'm not keeping this package because this was the opener. So, all right, getting to the figure. I was actually preparing myself to be highly disappointed by these figures. Highly disappointed. And I wasn't going to buy these. I was like, man, these things are going to be, I think I ordered, the reason I thought they were going to be junk is because I couldn't get a good look at the joints and I couldn't see how they were going to articulate them. I haven't reviewed or opened up any of the female figures, but I do see that they've included those crap-tastic you know, single point or single point of articulation elbows on them, which infuriates me. Hasbro, you know how to do a female figure right. You know, look, I'm pointing at it. If you don't know how to do a figure right, this is it. Like this one. Okay, I'm gonna stop ranting there. Anyways, so I was really, you know, getting ready to now, and I was not disappointed. I was actually rather impressed when I did the review for that guy. I was shocked at how good he was. He's fantastic. If you guys don't know, go watch that review. I was blown away. And then, not to be outdone, let's take a look at this figure as well. Now, transparent. We're going to start off. I'm going to tell you what I did do to this figure. I couldn't help myself. I had to do it. But looking at the figure, he looks really good. I like the way they designed this because I remember he always had his gun on the back. I don't know if it was like this. I do remember it being strapped across the back this way, but this is fine because I'm pretty sure I saw it this way as well. So I'm okay with it. This is not realistic, but you know, I think it was just in the cartoons this way. And I'm fine with that. That's fine. He looks really good. He looks really nice in the cartoon fashion. Nice colors, nice uniform, really draws you back into that timeline. Nice sculpting. I mean, very clean lines. I like it. I mean, to me, look, I know it's a mass-produced item. It doesn't have to be, in my world, perfection is the enemy of progress. So I don't feel that it has to be absolutely perfect, but it does have to have some modicum of quality control. And this seems to have a good amount of quality control on him, quite a bit. So I'm very, very happy with the way he looks. I'm very happy with the sculpting. I'm very happy with the overall look, and you know, it just looks good. His face there even looks good too. I don't have any crazy stuff going on there. So that's fantastic. So yeah, I mean, aesthetically, it looks really good. It looks the same as, you know, I would expect him to walk out of the cartoon looking like this. So fantastic work aesthetically. So aesthetically, to me, he's definitely like what I like. Maybe I'd like some shading on there, but I mean, aesthetically, I'm going to give him a 4.8. I mean, really good. It's really good. It looks great. Even the little X logo there looks fine. So I dig it. It's a little sloppy, but come on, man. It's mass produced. It has a good modicum or a good amount of QC on it. I'm very happy with the way he looks. All right, let's get down to the articulation. And here is where I was blown the freak away. So first thing I always do on my figures, and it's just because let's take number one. You know what? Let's just look at his gun here. I remember his gun being different. I remember it being more like a rifle, but maybe I'm crazy. But here's his weapon, and it's fine. It looks cool. It looks futuristic. He is from the future, and that's fine. And I do remember it had these double openings here, so it was like a double blast. So anyways, I'm okay with this gun. This gun is, what I'm not happy with is that it's super gummy. This is the gummiest gun. Come on, man. This is one of the best guns that I've seen Hasbro make. And I think that weapon came with the guy that was part of this Savage, what do they call the ones that used to beat up on Wolverine? I forgot. The guy that was half tank. And that's his weapon. And it looks great. And it feels great. This one is a rubberized mess, but it's straight. So, okay, I got to give it to you. You know, it's straight. As long as it stays straight, I'm fine. Out of the box, it was straight. So, I dig it. It's fine. Anything else to take off of him? No, that's fine. That's the only thing I'm going to take off of him. So, first thing I do when I get a figure is, and I can't help myself, I immediately do a T-pose. And look at this, guys. Better than a T-pose. He immediately strikes it, and these things here don't get in the way at all. Just fantastic. I don't know why this is so hard for companies to execute, but I mean, without a doubt, super easy to execute on this figure. Well done. Anyways, we're getting ahead of ourselves. I put his hands back down here. And here's where I have to be fully transparent. Again, I couldn't help myself with this figure because when I started messing around with it, I got super excited when I saw how very well done. And I mean, I was just shocked at the quality of it. I saw that there was one improvement I could do, and it was really fast, so I went ahead and did it. Initially, you couldn't really pull his head up, but now he can really look up. So when you guys get your bishop, he's not going to do this. I'm going to just tell you straight off the bat, he's not going to do it. The only thing that's stopping him is his little handkerchief up here, his little handkerchief that he wears here. That's what's stopping him from looking further up, and this is how far he can look down. I went in there and widened that opening that he has on the peg to open that up. So yeah, he can look down that far, really good, and he can look up that far, which is really fantastic. So I'm sorry, I'm a little, it's not the 100% accurate review, but I'm being transparent. I couldn't help myself. When I saw that he couldn't move at all, I just had to go in there and drill that out a little bit. Had to do it. So, but now he can look, great. He can look up great, and he can look down really great too. He even looks to the side a little bit, which is fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. Really good head articulation now. Again, T-pose is fantastic. He has a cut at the bicep, which is very good. Double jointed, pinless elbows that go nearly all the way in, way better than 90 degree. Fantastic move there. Trigger hand that goes, this dice roll trigger hand, which is fantastic. Great work, Hasbro. Now, here's where we start to get even better. Same thing on this hand, only on, so I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get a, kind of like a, whenever he would charge up, he would have like a glow to his hand or something. Kind of disappointed we didn't get that effect, but then again, I probably have about 30 of those daggum things just floating around here somewhere. I don't know. But anyways, just a little disappointed that we didn't get that, but that's fine. Here's where it really starts to shine as well. Look at that crunch he's got. Fantastic. And then he can, wow. I mean, just killing it with this figure. Fantastic. And then he's got a cut at the waist. He cannot weeble wobble. He can't weeble wobble at his waist. He's only got the cut at the waist and the crunch. Fantastic crunch forward and back. No drop down hips. Cut at the thigh, double jointed, pinless knees, can really go far back on that. And he has a very, very nice friction here. The friction on his elbows, the friction on his knees, it doesn't stick. It's perfectly, when I first got it, it was perfect. He does have a cut at the boot, which is fantastic. Ankle twist goes down that far, which is, look at that, wow. And then up this far, which is fantastic too. Articulation is on point. I mean, only thing he doesn't do is weeble wobble, and he was a little bit tight on the head there. So, I mean, but other than that, wow. Great figure. Articulation to me at this point is definitely like around a 4.5. I mean, it hits all the good marks. It hits all the stuff that you really want it to hit. So, I really like it. I really like it. So we've gone over the weapons. We've gone over those hands. He also comes with another trigger hand for for his left hand. I mean, that's the effect. That's the power effect that he has on this one, kind of like going like this. But he doesn't have a charging effect with him. So this is a trigger hand for that hand. Bishop was synonymous with weapons from what I remember. And he's also got a fist for that hand as well. So doesn't have two fists, but he has the one fist for that hand. And another trigger hand for that hand, and then a power effect for this one. Here's what it looks like, the power effect. So, I mean, if he would have something glowing here, that'd be even better. Because from what I remember, he's kind of like, he absorbs, like if you shoot him with energy, he absorbs it, and then he kind of shoots it back at you, from what I remember. I'm probably completely wrong. It's been years since I've messed around with one of these, or since I've read one of his stories. So, I apologize if it's incorrect. But overall, holy moly, wow. The two figures that I've reviewed from the X-Men 97 line, be quiet. They're just amazing. I don't know what to say, guys. I was expecting this line to be total trash, and it is not. Well, hold up. One last thing before we wrap this up is, and I think it's important, that's why I had to insert it in here, because I felt bad, because this is an important thing, and I don't think that you guys should go without knowing this. He is an imposing figure. He is very tall. Now, or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but it feels very, very tall. Let me grab Daredevil over here. Do you see that, guys? Do you see how tall he is? He's imposing over Daredevil. See that? He is very big. So, you know, just before you pick him up, understand that this is one tall dude. Let me see, who else can I put him up against here? Here, let's get a classified Destro. He's even taller than, look at this. Destro's one of the bigger guys. He's even taller than Destro. Look at that. He is very, very tall. Big guy. And then let me grab, most everybody has, well, most everybody has this particular Black Widow. She just came out. She's a fantastic figure. Again, Hasbro, why didn't we use this body for the females? I mean, there you go. Look how tall he is. He's just tremendously taller. So, anyways, yeah, this is a, you know, he's a big guy. He stands imposingly tall. And, you know, just, you know, like I said, just comparatively speaking, big figure. Anyways, let's wrap it up. Let's jump to the next one. Anyways, to me, overall, this figure, because they didn't give us the power effect, I had to do a little work on his head, but not much. He does have a weeble wobble joint there at his, you know, but I mean, that's ticky-tacky type stuff. To me, this figure, I would give it a 4.6. It's a real, don't miss this figure. It's a really good figure. Really, really, really good. Great work, Marvel, on this particular line so far. I know, man, you're going to break my heart with those female ones. I know you're going to break my heart with those. But for these two right here, spectacular figures. I really dig them. Well, spectacular is a strong word, but you know, they're well above average, you know. And again, I score my figures from a 1 to a 5. These, you know, these are well above 4.5. This one I'm going to give a 4.6, like I said earlier. So, all right, guys, we've reached the end of this review. Great figure. Go out and get it. I think it's really good. If you're missing a bishop, or if you want a bishop, really good figure. I did not get a chance to review Mezco's. I have it in my collection. I just haven't opened the box. It's all piled up around here. It's a great time to be alive as a toy collector. We got toys hitting us from left and right. All right, in closing, a little bit of housekeeping. As I mentioned earlier, we've still got the contest or the puzzle going on over there in the Wolverine XMEN 97 video. There's lots of clues. Shoot, there's even clues in this video that are still going on. You know, if you solve it, if you send it to the email address and the official rules, then, you know, if you solve it, then I'll send you a Desert Commando Snake Eye straight to your home, free of cost, free shipping. It just heads on out. So anyways, guys, appreciate all the subscriptions, appreciate all the support. Thanks for liking the video if you're so inclined. And we're so close to 500, guys. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do it. Like my friend Kent Poole says, it doesn't cost you anything, and it helps, you know, kind of picks, you know, helps the channel a little bit too. So I'd appreciate that, guys, if you don't mind. So in closing, I'm no professional photographer, or you know, nobody pays me to do this. I do this to engage with the community and to have fun and in the comments and to just, you know, just have fun. Nobody pays me to do this. I'm an amateur. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for supporting. And remember, as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep rolling it out.